On today's episode, we will be interacting with a young, vibrant Nigerian, Adewale Bello. He's a seasoned entrepreneur and a project management professional, lecturing part-time at the Miva Open University and the University of Abuja. He's the managing partner at Vintz Tailors and also MD of companies in contracting and consulting. With a master's in business administration and nearly completion of his PhD, Mr. Adewale Bello specializes in men's fashion and easy ready-to-wear for women. About what I'm wearing, join me on the show. Delighted to have you on the Mastermind. I'm good. Have a seat. How are you, Vintz Tailors?
Yeah, very fine, very fine. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. You're welcome to the Mastermind, where we interact with Nigerians entrepreneurs and bring their products and services to limelight, and at the same time encourage you to patronize made in Nigeria products. Thank you. Vintz Tailors merges tradition with modernity. I've been curious, what's the story behind Vintz Tailors, and what vision are you trying to convey out there to the general public and your clients?
Yeah, all right. Thanks for that. Thanks again for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on board.
It's a great opportunity.
Thank you.
I'm elated. Vint Tailors is also elated to be a part of your show.
Thank you.
So for us, it's about, firstly, we talk about class.
Okay.
We talk about elegance.
Good.
And then we talk about affordability.
Good.
So if you look at the perception, the brand perception of made in Nigerian products has improved over time.
Of course.
You know, previously, before now, whenever we see any product that say made in Nigeria, people are like, no, I want it from Italy, I want it from America.
The trust is not there.
There's no trust,
exactly.
Right? But now we have actually advanced.
Good.
We have moved forward from there.
Good.
So for us at Vint Tailors, we try as much as possible to make, you know, elegance. Good. To make timeless designs as part of our, you know, our core objective to ensure that we have also products that are available and that are also affordable, right? Affordability is key.
Exactly.
So we don't want people to break the bank, you know, to be able to.
When you mention elegance and classic and bringing out the best of what they do, let me give you a secret on what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Vintz Tailors design, and look at how they styled me. Like, this is Adria. You won't even believe that this is Adria, but they took it to a design that people were like, as I was coming, people were like, oh, what's this? I said, yeah, it's Adria. It's made in Nigeria, and this is what Vintz Tailors does beyond women easy to wear. They are mostly a specialist. I call them a specialist in men's fashion. What's the creative process like? Because I remember when I brought up the idea of what I wanted, and you took it from there and turned it into a very elegant, beautiful piece that when they brought it back to me, I was like, oh, wow, this is, oh, wow. So I wanted to know, what exactly is the creative process from the spark of the idea to the final product? So, how do you bring out this beautiful piece?
Thanks. So firstly, I'll say you have been Vintz.
Okay, that's good. I love the one. I love the one.
So basically, for us, it starts from visualization or from inspiration. I would say. So for instance, as a client, you have an idea. You are deliberate about your choice.
Exactly.
Right? Because before coming in, you already have an idea
what you want. Yeah.
So when we know you have that idea, we try to now visualize that idea.
Good.
To say, okay, does this look like what you want? And then we try as much as possible to be creative about it. Good. Because, you know, it's different, like you just bring something and then we just do what you want, just like that. You know, we also need to now add some touch so that we have that additional level. So, but generally, as regards, you know, what we do, we try as much as possible. We are inspired by trend, by culture, you know, and that's one of the motivating parts, because we are now in a social media environment, things are moving very fast. People are deliberate about what is trendy. So we look at what is trendy and have a fusion of that with culture, with class, and with the uniqueness, right? Then you move to the point of visualizing it. Visualization, maybe using our 3Ds to see, okay, what does this look like? What design is going to blend with this? And then you come to issue of selection of material. Good. Because now you can have a very beautiful style like what you're putting on. If this is not on, you know, the Adria you're wearing, it might look, you know, very ridiculous, because that way we are using the right style. Maybe you are not using the right material now. So you want to try to blend the right material with the style. and then we now bring together our team at that point in time. But importantly, we try as much as possible to ensure our finishing is good.
No, the finish is perfect. So, and I guess something from what you said, using the right material for the right style.
Yes, correct.
Please, if you are a fashion designer out there, put this into action. The right material to get the right style. At the Masterminds, we don't just keep you with questions and knowing about your brand. At least we keep you entertained with a little gesture of ours, tea or coffee.
So I'll go for tea.
Thank you very much. Please, can we have the tea?
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's enough.
It's okay. Then the other one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Sure. You're welcome. Just a little sip to make your day. Thank you. So I've been the relevance of Vintz Tailors with the trend and the innovation and the fashion industry. How are you going about it?
So one of the most important things is number one, to be intelligent in the market. And when I mean to be intelligent in the market, it means that you need to understand what does the market need. So you want to make production, but you are producing what you are not sure of who is going to buy.
Wow.
It means that there's a chance you are already getting closer to failure, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you begin to now evaluate the market space.
Good.
You know, by gathering certain intelligence, understanding the needs, understanding the trend, and creating products that are timeless. It might be shocking to you that what I'm putting on myself is over 4 years.
For real?
So that way, we create something that is timeless.
Good. I like the word. Creating something that is timeless.
That is timeless. So that transcends beyond trend, right?
Good.
Because that way, you produce products that you bring out fittings that even if you wear like in 3-4 years time,
it still makes sense because trend will come and go.
Will come and go. So
but Vintz Tailors stays beyond.
It will stay beyond.
Why won't you be moving well in the industry? A PhD in view, managing complaints. This is a lecturer, lecturing part-time in Media Open University and University of Abuja. Like, Nigeria is so blessed, and I always encourage every young Nigerian out there to just keep doing the right thing, have a skill, go to school. School is not scam.
Yeah.
What role does Nigerian fashion brands like Vintz Tailors playing in reshaping global perception of the African fashion?
Yeah, so, African fashion industry has progressed a lot.
Yeah.
And, we have shown some level of leadership and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And as well, leadership in creating unique styles that are within our context. So, I believe some banks these days now are embracing people coming to the office with traditional attires, maybe on Fridays.
Yeah.
Because, at the time, I'm sure Louis Vuitton, I'm sure Gucci.
Yeah.
So people embrace those brands previously, right?
Yeah.
But now people are now looking inward. People are thinking of, okay, what actually is LV going to give me that perhaps maybe tailors like us are not going to give?
Yeah.
I also have, perhaps allowed to mention, there are other bigger brands like maybe the Vint Tailors.
Of course. Shout out to Vint Tailors.
So these people are already moving into West Africa.
Good.
They're moving out of West Africa.
Yeah.
They're also doing their backward integration by producing those products that serves as their own raw materials.
Yeah.
Right? Like Vint Tailors, for instance, now is doing something in manufacturing of textiles.
Exactly.
So that's.
I even saw his update in manufacturing of sewing machines.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I saw his update on it.
So now we are moving into backward integration.
Good.
So that means we are showing that aside from being able to design unique styles, being able to show that Nigerian, we have pride in, our humility, in our craftsmanship,
exactly, in portraying our heritage.
Our heritage, right? So we have been able to now show that our heritage is beautiful.
Good.
So now you see people wear agbadas to even nightclubs. People are now wearing kaftans to nightclubs.
Exactly.
Like maybe like a decade ago, if you are going to the nightclubs, you must wear like a FUBU shoe, maybe a Nike design. But now people are
embracing.
If you go to some clubs in Abuja town now, you realize that maybe half of the people in that club that are men are on kaftan.
Good.
Right? So that means that the Nigerian tailors have gone so deep, have gone so far in orienting the people that we can create styles that can blend with different circumstances.
Exactly.
And I think that in its own is reshaping the Nigerian industry. It's also reshaping the African industry.
Good.
Because, Nigeria,
exactly.
we are taking leadership.
Of course, we are. Of course.
You go to maybe countries like Kenya, you go to countries like Ghana, you see they're also trying to catch up with what we are doing in Nigeria. So
many of them are coming to learn from our bursts. Yes, to meet up with the trend, because Nigeria leads and other African country follows.
Very correct.
If Vintz Tailors, we had to collaborate with any fashion design or brand, whether national, like within Nigeria, and international, who will it be and why will you go for the person, or why will you go for the brand?
Yeah, so for us, we are promoters of indigenous products.
Good.
And we are proud of the strides that, some indigenous, tailors have made in the industry.
Good.
So, for us, there are a couple of collaborations that are required.
Good.
There are collaborations that you might need in embroidery. There are collaborations that you need also from the raw materials that you need.
Yeah.
So if you look at brands like Vodi has gone deeper into ensuring that they have customized raw materials, customized textiles.
Yeah.
So you can actually have some level of collaborations that way, because that way you're also promoting locally made textiles.
Good.
And aside from doing that, then I think there's a brand called Embroidery Chief.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Over time, we've tried to have some level of partnerships.
Good.
By virtue of course, purchases.
Okay.
And all that.
Good.
But of course, that kind of collaboration will be better because it's uniqueness meeting uniqueness. I think the outcome is advanced innovativeness in it. So that breeds innovation for us. And that gives us some of the niche that we want to create in the market.
And at the end of the day, you're promoting local market and promoting made in Nigeria. Yes. Thank you so much. That's so exactly. That's the aim. That's the goal. On whatever you are doing, every entrepreneur out there, the mindset is, as you're making your profit, promote our local market, promote made in Nigeria. When we all collaboratively, when we all collectively do this, definitely at the end of the day, our economy is going to grow and we're going to boost it. And at the end of the day, we will all be fine. It's just a collaborative work. And definitely, Nigeria will be great, as we always imagine it to be. The fashion industry is so big, and some young ones or young Nigerians like you that want to move into it, when they see the competition, they'll be like, they take a step backward and feel like, I might not meet up. So I want to know, was it all roses with you at the beginning for you to get to this stage where you are, that you are doing in a great way, and manufacturing in a great way, in bulk, and out there, and in a way that anybody that looks up to you will have hope and say, oh, Nigerians are hardworking, and you're one of the promising Nigerians that are actually making us proud. Was it all roses at the beginning?
Yeah, so because I teach business.
Good.
And from the classroom,
good.
It is also stated that business is not easy, right? There are business environmental factors that you must consider.
Exactly.
Right? So part of what has kept me pushing, number one, is to understand that I, as a teacher, I try to teach what I do, right? I try to not just teach by the books. I try to teach what is practical, what I see.
You lead by example.
So you don't say, if you put 2 + 2 together, then you make profit.
Good.
Sometimes you don't make that profit. Sometimes the profitability is not there. So as a managing partner for Vintz, Vintz is a collaborative effort with a couple of other partners. And over the years, we have been in the industry, in the market. We had some setback. We went out of market. Now we are back in the market, trying to also proceed. So I would say we are still a startup. And as for grants, I wouldn't say we have any grants. It is most of the equity funding that was there is out of pocket.
Good.
As part of what we think we can create, right? And it's the most important thing, there is a general saying that if you have passion, then there's an important push that you have.
Exactly.
So that passion is not a joke. Because sometimes you feel like not doing it again.
Yeah.
You feel like, look, actually, I think if I do something else, I can make more money. So because sometimes market intelligence is not enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes the economic environment is volatile.
Good.
As it stands now.
Exactly.
Right now we are having.
I understand the challenge. Yeah.
So sometimes you could even give quotations, for instance, and perhaps by the time you get to the market,
it's a whole different ball game.
And customers are very deliberate now. You don't go back to your client and say,
oh,
actually the quotation I gave you yesterday, I don't understand today because there's a change in the market.
I understand.
So you try as much as possible to beat that as part of your own internal controls.
Yeah.
So I believe strongly that it's not easy. But the moment we are consistent,
good.
If we are meeting the right people,
good,
talking to the right connects,
good,
we believe that it has been promising. So I would say it's promising.
Yeah.
And we still have a lot more of things in our pipeline, right? We do believe that by the time we begin to roll out, we'll stand out amongst the challengers in the market. Right now, I know we have leaders in the market.
Yeah.
We have challengers.
Exactly.
We have followers. So among the challengers, I believe very strongly we will be coming out very tall.
I like that courage and I like that word. You'll be coming out very strong. The consistency have kept you. You said at some point you feel like we can move again with this, but you came back, so we are doing this and you are on it. And definitely I believe the future is very, very bright for Vintz Tailors, because others that are there, but I say the big brands that you are hearing of today, at some point they had this kind of challenge, but what kept them going was the consistency, the passion, that they want to actualize it. They want to do this. We want to make Nigeria proud. We want to make Africa proud, or wherever they are. We want to put this brand out there. No matter the challenges, we are doing this. Don't give up. It can be very hard, but don't give up. Just get that skill, advance, put in the energy, put in the work, keep moving. Definitely, we will hear of you someday, and you will be here on our program someday. Now, let's talk about customer experiences. What's the most memorable, whether objective or subjective, criticisms you have received from customer or clients out there, and how do you address the criticisms so others could learn from it?
Yeah, so in the market, based on different market ideologies,
good,
the customer is a king, right? Because without the customer, there's nothing. Whatever you are selling is just going to be there because nobody's going to buy it. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So there was a client I had.
Yeah.
I let me not mention his name.
No problem.
There was a client I had introduced by one of my friends.
Okay.
Because, of course, networking is also part of an important part of how we get our clients.
Yeah.
Use the people you know to
exactly.
get other people that you don't know, right?
Thank you.
So there's a client that came to us and said he wants to sew for himself and his daughter and his son.
Yeah.
And then we were able to do a design for him. And then he went out. And then he came back and he was like, actually, in the last couple of years, no tailor has been able to get the size of his tie properly.
Wow.
That over time, whenever he sews, he has someone that normally does amendments.
Oh,
so he knows that
new cloth that was
new cloth. Anytime he sews a new cloth,
he has to keep amendment by the side.
That does amendment.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is the first time he's actually wearing an outfit that he doesn't need to amend the tie part.
Wow!
So that speaks to our own level of precision. Because in tailoring, especially bespoke tailoring, that you have to sew to fit. Good. You have to ensure there's some level of precision.
Exactly.
For men, you have to look at the chest area, the stomach area, the thigh area.
Yeah.
Gone are the days when people want to do measurement, they just do up and down.
No,
do your chest.
You don't do that now.
But now you have to do everything from the
get
knee
all
to
the details,
base, to the thigh, to the waist. You need to ensure that those details, paying attention to details, is really, really important, and ensure the work is as precise and as neat. Yeah. So that the clients, as I said before, the product becomes timeless. And when it comes to criticism, right, we have had criticism. Good. There's no business. Even the big brands of today, I wouldn't say I won't mention any brand. Yeah. But I've had brands where people have sewn clothes and I've brought them to us to amend. Big brands, right? Yeah. So sometimes criticisms is inevitable in business. So
and they help the brands
they help
to improve.
That's feedback. Right?
Yes, that's feedback.
And you know, some people will not tell you.
Exactly.
They just go somewhere else. So when people now come around and say, actually, the last time the one you sold for us. So what we do as part of our own internal control is to ensure that number one, how can we ameliorate that problem?
Good.
For the clients, right?
Yeah.
So let's say a client has complained that the clothes is too short.
Yeah.
We will look what kind of like extension or addition that was built into it. We have our internal arrangement on what should be added to length.
Yeah.
So that if it's too short, we can actually try to increase.
Good.
And if it's too big, we can try to trim. We try as hard as possible to ensure that the client is satisfied.
Good.
So in customer satisfaction, we try to look at the details of what is their complaint and how can we be able to improve that. And as well, not necessarily thinking of improving that now, that feedback as improving our own brand, improving our internal process, and as well satisfying the customer.
Very well. What I'm getting from this is that feedback improve. Vintz Tailors improve every brand out there. You must accept feedbacks because with it, you keep moving, you keep renovating yourself, you keep improving what you are doing. At the end of the day, you're going to be at the top of the world in that niche you are operating. You are working on your PhD program. You are a lecturer at Open University, also University of Abuja. You got companies under you. How are you combining and balancing and managing all these things? And at the end of the day, your A game is A1.
Yeah, so, you know, importantly, if you look at people like Dangote, right? There's Dangote cement, there's Dangote sugar, Dangote salt, Dangote flour. Now there's Dangote refinery, and I'm sure that's not all.
That's not all. I'm telling you, the man doesn't look like he's stopping; he's still moving, right? Sure. And we are so privileged to have him in Nigeria.
So that way, for me, it has been to multitask has been part of what I've done from university.
Good.
So during my university days, the way I trained myself with the support of my parents, was also to do some extra teaching outside. So
the teaching started from
the university. Right?
Are you for real? Wow, that's
about
good.
A decade ago, right?
Yeah.
So for me, one important thing that keeps us going is trust.
Good.
Having staffs that you can trust.
Good.
Having a team that you can trust that is collaborative.
Teamwork.
Having people you can delegate what require delegation.
Exactly.
And as well managing your time. You know, time management is key. So, for instance, PhD research requires a lot of rigor.
I'm telling you,
Having to be in the classroom requires a lot of rigor.
Exactly.
And being in project management in other companies full time requires even much more rigor, right? Because these are organizations that value international standards.
Exactly.
How you do your work, when you do your work, your resumption time, and so. But then, entrepreneurship is the way out of most of the societal ills that we have today, because it has to do with creation of value.
That's
so
it.
if you are going to create value, there's no time to create value. You need to create value at all times.
Exactly.
There's no time to not create value.
Yeah.
Right? So in creation of value, you assemble the best of teams, you delegate the tasks you could delegate, and try to ensure balancing of it, so that one does not affect the other.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been a rigorous journey.
Wow.
But of course, the essence is our eyes are on the results. Our eyes are not on the struggles. Our eyes are on what does the future hold.
Exactly. You're looking at the future.
You're looking at the future.
Exactly.
So we believe in the product.
Yeah.
So we also know that the process is not going to be easy. Just like the president will say, the storm is going to be, it's not going to be like so easy. Right?
And it's taking tough decisions for our good.
Yeah, so you see that tough time, it's going to be painful, right? So right now,
he saw the future. He has seen it. Exactly.
So right now,
and you have seen the future. And that's why you are putting everything together. Like Mr. Adewale, no, it should be Dr. Adewale Bello. He's an inspiration to every Nigerian out there. And he's doing, in every niche he's involved, it's remarkable and exceptional. Nigerian youths are not lazy at all. I don't even believe it, that Nigerian youths are lazy. We are multitask. We know what to do. Though sometimes the enabling environment might be an issue, but I know even inside it, we still make our ways. We still push. Don't be left out. The future is so bright for Nigeria. Regardless of the challenges, we will pull through and we will overcome. Get a skill. Keep yourself busy with a responsible skill. Vintz Tailors already, the UR and the brand already is portraying Nigerian culture, our heritage. What extra efforts? Because what I'm wearing is made in Nigerian fabrics, made by Vintage, proudly made by Vintage. Don't worry, you see the pictures, don't worry. They have been Vint up. Like he said, they have been Vint up, and that's so very beautiful. So what extra effort are you doing in promoting Nigerian culture through your designs?
Yeah, so you know, our heritage.
Yeah.
This is a time as a Nigerian, we need unity as much as possible.
Very important.
And the only way you can see unity is to see an individual and not say, "Oh, this is a Yoruba guy, or this is an Hausa man."
Exactly. So I love that word.
That has a fusion of it. It has a fusion of different blends.
Yeah.
So you can have maybe a design like this that is Arewa.
Yeah.
And then maybe the cap has, you know, some version of Yoruba in it.
Good.
Right. So that way you wouldn't necessarily know where it's coming from. It's gonna now be like a blend of this is a complete Nigerian. Right?
Thank you.
So and the shoes, we can have it like maybe from the south.
Yeah.
You know, what is applicable maybe like out there in the southeast and so on and so forth. So and that can also be applicable to the clothes as well. It could be like, you know, the southeasterner arrangement to have maybe an Hausa cap on it.
Good.
So you see that way you're having that fusion of you don't actually have to be rigid in one place. Right? You can have a blend of it. So we are trying to have that blend to ensure that we promote some form of unity.
Good.
So that when we see each other, we don't begin to say, okay, with Vintz Tailors, if you have 10 people on the same outfit, you might not necessarily be able to say where this person comes from. Because that way we try to design people uniquely to promote the African culture, to promote the Nigerian culture of unity, and as well to promote, you know, the perception of unity for the Nigerian people.
I remember when I came around and immediately I saw this, I'm like, oh, this, and you have so many of it, different design, different styles, fabrics in assorted. I was like, no, I want this. You brought me and I said, no, I want this. I wasn't looking at, if it's not in your shop, I would have picked another thing. But because you have the interest of Nigerian unity and making sure our culture aligns with what you are doing, it's there. Arewa, Yoruba, Igbos, whatever, just come, pick what you want. We do it for you, give you the best. And look at what I'm wearing today. Rate me, how do I look? With the fast-paced fashion world and innovation coming up like almost like something.
Every second.
That's what I want to say. Every second, because the way you be like, you will put out something and come out, and tomorrow you'll be like, you're seeing another thing coming out, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So, with the way the innovation is pushing and fronting itself in the fashion world, how are you balancing it with Vintz Tailors?
Yeah, so for us, importantly, we put customers' needs at the center of things. You know, customers drive a lot of innovation.
Good, yeah.
Right? Aside from your own internal level of strategy, either to be different or to have some level of cost leadership. Right?
Exactly.
So, but for us, we try to ensure that we embrace the trend. We evaluate what is trendy, and then we look at what is timeless. As I said before, because you know, you must be careful about what you roll out. So when you roll things out today, tomorrow it might be obsolete in the technological world. Right? But you know, for the fashion brands, we try as much as possible to create unique outfits. We try as much as possible to also make the customers the center of our work. So when you make customers the centers of your work, they are the final consumers.
Yes,
they are the one who are utilizing it. So if you are producing to what they need and what is trendy, there will be no time that you'll be behind in the innovative world. Because you're actually producing what is needed at every point.
Exactly.
So the customer feedback, gathering market intelligence, understanding what customers actually truly need, and actually working with a couple of our own inspiration, our own creativity, because I must tell you, creativity is key. And you know, in the fashion world, even having a pocket square, right, having a proper pocket, having a different pocket design, can be innovative. can be you trying to like, how can you do the old things in a new way, right? It's not like we are changing the outfit. We are only changing how the outfit looks on people.
The outcome.
So, right?
Yeah.
So we try as much as possible to also do some testing.
Good.
To see what does the consumers, like within the various circles that we belong, really think about the new design.
Yeah.
So once we get that feedback, we are able to embrace, inculcate some of the new things that
are coming out.
So,
moving further, if there is a young Nigerian out there like you that wants to venture into the fashion world, yours says you specialize in men's fashion and you do more of women, easy to wear fabrics or costumes and the rest of it. So if there is a Nigerian young girl or boy out there that wants to move into this industry, that wants to put up his brand out there or her brand out there and feels like, I don't know how to start, what advice or what processes would you encourage a young Nigerian out there that feels like I want to or have the skill but doesn't know how to venture into the fashion industry, especially the men's fashion, or even anyone that wants to venture into the female? But let's particularize it to the men's because that's your specialty, though you do more of easy to wear for women. So what advice or what process will you carve out or put in place and say, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this? At some point, it's going to be very, very challenging, but just like this, you're going to get it right.
Basically, for us, when it comes to advisory, I could remember like about 2-3 years ago, one of my students called me, and it was like, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Do you know who is speaking? I said, I don't know.
Okay.
And then it was like, I want you to remember you told me something that don't let your background put your back on the ground.
I love this one. Just say it again to them out there.
Don't let your background put your back on the ground. So I'm like, oh, now I remember you.
Okay.
So sometimes where you're coming from might determine where you're going. And it might not have so much effect, right? So what different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
What works for A might not work for B. But the most important thing in this industry is to understand, firstly, what do you want?
Good.
So you must be able to take a stand, right?
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want to achieve?
What do you want to do?
That's it.
And you might also not have that straight jacket answer. You might not have it, because you might have a very high expectations. Your expectations might also be a bit lower, right, than your potentials, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes the most important thing is to start. So if you want to have a skill, there are a lot of fashion houses out there that provide skills that are quite affordable. You need to try. Like for instance, I've seen a lot of people in Nigeria, a couple of people that would say, I'm looking for a job. I can do fashion, but I don't have money for machines. But you have maybe like an iPhone 14. You have an iPhone 13. That's going to buy you like 2 machines.
I'm telling you, these kids nowadays are amazing me with.
So like they are carrying like 2 machines.
I'm telling you, in your hand, in your pocket.
Right? So you must look inwards first. You look inwards.
Yes.
Okay. Firstly, what do I have? There's, especially when you are looking for funds, people don't want, even banks. If you want to borrow money in any bank, they will ask you what's your equity contributions, right? So if you want to borrow 1 billion from the bank, you must be able to show them that they have 100 million somewhere. Because they are not just going to give you money to
No, they don't do that.
They want to see where's your own sweat.
Yeah.
So you must check, what do I have first? Before I start looking outward. Because out there, nobody is smiling.
Nothing is out there.
Nobody has anything.
Nothing is out there.
So importantly, you must check, what do I have to contribute, and who are the right people to meet to be able to get maybe advisories, if it's not advisories, support, and you must look at your contacts. I was telling some people that if you check your contacts, and you see, some people have full contacts. Their contact is already full. They cannot save new numbers. But in all of the contacts, nobody can purchase anything from you. Nobody is willing to buy anything you sell. Then you need to start deleting some numbers. So that you can have new friendships. Right? You can have new numbers coming in.
Thank you.
So for me, the first 100 clothes I sold was for my friends.
Wow. Right? Oh my God.
Was for my friends. So it's just about getting the right network of people that can support your business I've seen friends support friends. I've seen people that say, just send me some of your videos, I'm going to market for you. And you know,
Wow.
so you need the right people. You also need the right mindset and also hope for the best of environment, right? Because that is out of your control. You can only manage it. You cannot necessarily say what happens to the dollar, what happens to the petrol prices. All of those ones are going to whine you. Don't panic, right?
They will whine. I like that one.
But don't panic, right?
Yeah.
So you try as much as possible to see that it's not going to be easy. You try as much as possible to know what you want.
Exactly.
And then create a network of people within your contacts that you believe can be your first patronizers. People who can give you candid and sincere feedbacks. Like I can say, look, actually this is good. Yeah. But I think the pockets, I think the trousers, I think the shirt. Like I can give you, because you know people deceive people a lot. Yeah. Because how is this my clothes? Very beautiful, but they are not going to wear it again because they don't want you to feel bad. But maybe they are in the best position to tell you that because they are closer. Yeah. Someone outside who came in and you do that would either not pay you, or will either not come back, or will give you the baddest of review, right?
I might not even wear the clothes.
So importantly, there's no one way to it. Yeah. But you must understand who you are, what you want, and then surround yourself with the right people. Good. And then try as much as possible today to invest as much as you can in digital marketing, in online marketing, in social media marketing. Ourselves, we're also trying to invest as heavy as we want in digital marketing to put what we have out there, because whether you like it or not, there are vast majority of Nigeria online. Thank you. Right? So your customers,
the average Nigerian today
are either on Twitter,
exactly,
on TikTok,
they're on social media,
Facebook, on Instagram. So there's a market there. There's their needs, their preferences, their uniqueness out there, and there are a lot of products out there as well. So how do you stand out? How do you ensure that your product is out there? Yeah. So it requires some level of investment. So for me, I would say it's not one way enters the market. Good. You have to try to be as versatile. Yeah. You have to understand your context. You have to understand what you're coming from. Yeah. You have to understand who are the people you want to serve. What do you want to serve them? Thank you. And then begin to see how you can develop products. We are also growing. We are also in the process of understanding these basics, these tendencies, and then we believe it works. Right? We believe it works for any Nigerian out there. Of course, it's going to work for every Nigerian out there. Like you are already an inspiration to many people out there. That with what you are doing, you said create value. When you create value, you get value in return. And whatever you are doing, make sure it's out there. Any young brand or whatever any young brand or whatever endeavor you as a young person it's into now, whatever you are producing, whatever service you are giving out must be out there in the media. We have a whole lot of market with digital marketing, and make sure your brand is there. Thank you so much. Now, what next for Vintz Tailors? Any new collection? Are we expecting new projects? Are we expecting new Nigerian culture design? What is in for Vintz Tailors? Yeah, so for us, because we try as much as possible to take things one step at a time. Yeah. We have our strategic plans, our strategic goals. Yeah. So by the end of this year, we are looking at some level of expansion in our business to have a showroom properly. Wow, that's good. That's good. Please do it. That's commendable. Do it. So that we can be able to showcase what we have, and importantly, build some additional level of collaborations with some of our suppliers and some of our procurement partners, so that we can have a one-stop shop for most of what is required from start to finish. Yeah. Like for instance, in our office now, we can produce an agbada with a cup from start to finish in one day. Good. I'm a witness to it. If I tell you what it took, the duration of this was just like, oh my God. In the space of this, they already got it ready for me. And the app that we use, the kaftan, for the ad video to promote what they are doing was just within a duration of, let me say, days. Like, their fast approach and giving you the best
well detailed, everything intact. Give it to Vintz Tailors. They know what they're doing. And you out there, make sure you get, or whatever design you want, or whatever your ceremonies, your traditional marriages, your weddings, whatever you are on or you are going to do in future or now, patronize Nigerian, especially young Nigerian brands. And definitely, they will not disappoint you. Vint did not disappoint me. See what I'm wearing? See how I'm sparkling? This is timeless. Elegance. Yes, it's smelling elegance.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't.
In the segment, you're going to sell Vintz Tailors out there to a potential client. How do we get you? How the contact, your Instagram handles, social media handles, even if you come, exactly the phone contact will be on the screen and how you get it. But he's going to market and sell Vintz for you to come and have a test of the elegance I'm wearing.
Yeah, so thanks. At Vintz Tailors, what we sell is class.
Good.
What we sell is elegance.
Yes.
And what we sell is products that are timeless for
Yes.
men.
Yeah.
So we design traditional outfits like
Good.
kaftans, like agbada, like your shirts,
Yeah.
like your adire as she's wearing.
As I'm wearing
easy
mine.
to wear for women. We also do group sewing.
Good.
Like for men on agbada. So maybe your wedding is coming on
Thank you.
shortly. You can just reach out to us. We are going to have all your agbada men covered and have them look like the merry men.
Yeah.
Have them look like the Ojudi Obas.
That's good.
So if you have those events coming up, we do group bookings.
Good.
We also try to do bespoke. We do ready to wear for men.
Yeah.
So if you need your agbada, for instance, in 2 days, you can reach out to us. We can get them ready.
Give it to them
within a blink.
Exactly.
And, for women, we try as much as possible to also design like what Ada is wearing.
Exactly. No, let me stand up so they see properly. Yeah.
So we design.
You can see like simple and classic. Simple and classic. Make sure you get a test of Vintz.
So our Instagram handle, Vintz Bespoke Tailors at Vintz Tailors. Our email address is vintztailors@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Of course, our phone numbers, you can see that showing on the screen already. So we are located in Wuye, Abuja, and we are online, which means that even if you are in Lagos, even if you are in the UK,
wherever you are worldwide,
anywhere you are across the globe,
exactly. Your design will get to you.
We have partnership with DHL,
Good,
with a couple of other delivery
you.
organizations in Nigeria, whereby your clothes can get to you
exactly,
and it can get to you with with high level of precision and class and elegance. So that is what we do, and we look forward to serving you. We look forward to even making you stand out like the merry men among
exactly. Thank you very much. I know Nigerians are going to patronize and support Made in Nigeria because together we make a great nation. On this segment, away from business, we're going to take a little bit out from the brand and Vintz Tailors, but just a little bit deep into what you do. Now, if there is, we are given an opportunity to style a personality, historic or iconic personality in Nigeria, who will it be and what design will you give the person? Or what design will you style the person?
All right. So, Nigerian, we have a lot of iconic people.
Exactly.
So, I would look at the current, situation we have.
Okay.
And as I said before, we are looking at ensuring that we promote unity, right?
Good.
So I would take it from Mr. President himself.
Ooh.
So
okay.
designing Mr. President.
Yeah.
With embroideries, with agbada.
Okay.
That shows the entire Nigerian map.
Wow.
Aside from the Nigerian map,
that
shows maybe some uniqueness of different culture.
Okay.
So certainly it's not going to be one outfit.
Yeah.
We're talking about a couple of outfits.
Okay.
Maybe showing the Nigerian map.
Okay.
Showing the north, the east, the west.
Yeah.
What we do
wow.
in a very unique manner that shows this is what is promoting, right? In a unique manner that shows we are going through some level of things.
Exactly.
And then now we are going through some level of reforms.
Which at the end of the day, sorry for calling, which at the end of the day is going to bring out the good for everybody.
Yeah, certainly. So basically, it shows we are using our clothing to communicate, right? So in communication, perhaps maybe like the Senate president, the speaker of the House of Representatives, they can wear these outfits to show that, look, we see Nigeria as united.
Exactly.
Nigeria is not divided.
Yeah.
They are promoting the unity of Nigeria.
Yes.
It could be from their cap insignia, from their clothing, from their, so designing it to let it see like, this is what we do in Nigeria, right? And that not necessarily also promotes the Nigerian fashion industry.
Yeah.
It promotes the African fashion industry.
Thank you.
That way we are using our clothing as a means of communicating to the people that we are united people.
Exactly. I love this concept. I love this concept, and I'm positive about it coming into being actualized, because it's going to send a whole lot of message to people out there. Like the design, how you describe it, and I know when you put it out, when it comes out, it's going to be extraordinary. Exactly. Thank you so much for coming on this show. This is where we support you and encourage entrepreneurs to keep doing what they're doing. Definitely the best is yet to come for Nigerian entrepreneurs. And Nigerian is going to be a great nation because of all your effort. Keep doing what you're doing. On this episode, we'll be working on our guests to pick a challenge. On this segment, we pick challenge from trending challenge all over the world. And today we have two options. We have cup matching and we have give me my money. Give me my money. So you are going to pick one, and definitely we will do the challenge and see if we are going to get it correct. Thank you. So which one are you going for?
I will have gone for give me my money.
You don't want them to give you your money?
If there'll be money there.
Oh my God, there's no money in that challenge.
So because give me my money does not give me money.
Okay.
I think I'll go for the Magic Cup challenge.
Oh, okay. That's fine, sir. Let's have it.
Thank you.
Okay. So here we are with cups matching, and I'm going to correspond it with the ones down there. And we are going to have a yes or no chorus from the backstage, behind the scene. So give it a try. So if you get it correct, a yes is a yes. It's just twice try.
So I can arrange it like.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, let me arrange. 1 second.
Is it a yes? The backstage, is it a yes? No. So rearrange again. Rearrange again.
This is my last try.
Yeah, you're the last one. Bring it in. Okay. I just keep it. Okay.
So my trial has finished.
Yeah, you did twice. Let's see how it goes. Okay. I village people, please, so. Okay, let me try the last one. Okay. Kai. Yeah, come here. Okay. We have tried. And so we come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us on today's episode of the Mastermind with Ada Anambra. Remember, patronize Vintz Tailors. Go to the social media handles, DM them, send them a direct message. Pick the design you want, or you can tell them to create something for you, and definitely they will give you a timeless masterpiece as the one I'm putting on. And keep on following us, subscribe, comment, share our videos to every young brand out there to keep doing what they're doing, to be motivated and encouraged. At the end of the day, together, we build a great Nigeria, because when we patronize and support our own made in Nigeria, our economy is going to grow. Thank you very much. Once again, thank you for staying tuned. See you next time.
Thanks.